First of all, thanks for taking the time to sit with me. I want to get straight to the point. No playoffs, no postseason this season. If there was any one thing that you could attribute as to what prevented crossing that finish line, what would it do for the season if you could?
I think just having a consistent presence of our top players every game, night in, night out. And I don't know that full health is ever going to be truly full health anymore in the NBA. It might be a fallacy, but having your best players for a good chunk of your games is very helpful to evaluate your team. I think we get maybe an incomplete grade if we were back in high school, because I think we had enough good things and a lot of talent, a lot of great wins, and a lot of tough losses. And the only way that you get better is to learn from them. Right? We can't play them back. So I think the most important thing right now, we got to really heavily evaluate the talent. All of our processes don't really focus on the outcome right now. Let's look at the process, make sure everything we're doing is towards winning and towards getting better. And maybe try to amplify the good things and maybe mitigate some of the things that didn't work.
When you talk about that talent evaluation, obviously down the latter part of the season, you've been able to see guys like Johnny Davis, who's had some really tremendous games as of recent, along with Xavier Cooks. What are you really looking at when you see them down this stretch of the season?
Can you handle the responsibility? Because it's a big jump. It's a big jump from going from the very end of the bench to playing rotation minutes. And for rotation minutes to starter minutes is even bigger jump. And you use the example of Johnny. That's somebody that really it's hard for him to make up for lost time. He's not trying. This is the time I have right now, and thank God we have the go-go with his minutes with the Wizards. He's going to end up still playing over 1,000 minutes this year. Very valuable. I look at our two-way players with Quentin Jackson, with Jay Huff. They've been able to step up and do some great things. That's very helpful. There's no knock on summer league minutes, but it's not the same as playing an NBA game, and those guys have done tremendous. You mentioned Xavier Cooks. We brought him in with an eye towards free agency this summer. That's one less thing we have to do to get another, a guy who can guard multiple positions, high energy guy that can play or not play, can step out and help us whenever needed. Those are the kind of pieces that we're looking forward to seeing these next two games. What are they going to maximize with those minutes?
Looking to the offseason, obviously there are some priorities that are to be held. I think I kind of know what they are, but rather than me step on your shine, what is going to be the biggest priorities for this team as you head into the offseason?
Well, certainly, with Kyle Kuzma and Kristaps Porzingis both have the opportunity to be free agents. We want to take care of them. And you had promised me a while back that you would get rid of the term free agency or ask the NBA to get rid of free agency because there's nothing free about free agency.
Absolutely.
But those are our big priorities. Certainly we have a draft pick. The only consolation at all, not making the playoffs and finishing kind of where we're finishing, I think we're going to have a really good pick to look forward to, and that's an opportunity to get better. We'll have free agency to get better, and we've shown every summer we're not afraid to make deals to make the team better. So all those things are on the table, and we just got to evaluate what's best for the Wizards moving forward.
Speaking of, final question for you. Winning, obviously priority number one.
Always.
What is the cornerstone of that principle for this foundation, of this organization? What is winning going to be predicated on here in D.C.?
Well, I think it's always about, talent. It starts with talent. Talent is going to get you to the NBA, but character is going to keep you there. I think we have great guys. I think there's a lot of talent. We got to get everybody firing at the same time. I think being consistently healthy, consistent approach. This team went through a 0-10 stretch during the season, but they fought hard every night. They were right there. We went through an 8-4 stretch heading into All-Star where it looked like, hey, we're really onto something, and everything in between. So you got to take the good that you can from it, learn from the bad stuff, certainly, but I don't think it's a talent equation. I think we got to continue to do better, maximize what we do have, and add some strategic pieces. I think we'll be in great shape.